Welcome to Quarterback Film Room. This is Bryan Trulen. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at Hawaii quarterback Cole McDonald. We're going to take a look at the BYU game from his junior season. This was his last game as a Warrior and perhaps his best of 2019. He ended up throwing for 493 yards, 4 touchdowns. Now, McDonald's a guy who redshirted in 2016, only threw just a handful of passes in 2017 and then burst onto the scene in 18. And then obviously in 2019 had a stellar campaign as well. Now he ended up throwing for over 4,100 yards in 2019, 33 touchdowns, 3,800 yards in 2018, and over 30 touchdowns as well. Now he also rushed for 7 touchdowns and close to 400 yards in 19. Okay, so right off the bat, 6'3", 215, 220 pounds. So an athletic player right here that Mike blitzes immediately knows to get the ball to his running back in the flat for, a few yards. Here, coming back, miscommunication with his wide receiver there on the left. Now, mechanically speaking, he can be very good at times, like on this throw where he hits an over route, uses eye manipulation to move an under coverage defender, and then throws it between 5 BYU defenders. Eye manipulation, great trajectory on that ball to fit it over the outstretched arms. And that's something that we're going to see here with McDonald is not only his quick feet, quick release, but then there's the subtle eye manipulation that he employs, oftentimes when he's trying to create windows deep down the field, moving and freezing deep defenders. Right here, first window dig, throwing it off of a quick 3 and a hitch to hit the dig in the first window. And even to go back on, on that prior throw, there's eye manipulation on this throw. Just a quick 3 to get it out to his receiver on that throw. McDonald did play in a run and shoot system down on the island, so there may be somewhat of an adjustment transitioning to pro style offenses. But of course, we've seen the influx of high school college spread into the National Football League, so I don't foresee it being that big of an adjustment for McDonald. Now, a redshirt junior, a guy who not a lot of people are talking about. Everybody's talking about the big 3. But McDonald, when you really look at the tape, great thrower of the football, tremendous understanding of how to be naturally accurate throwing the touch. Right here, again, natural accuracy to fit the ball over the linebacker here, away from the safety just enough, on time, internal clock. So, this is a guy who I like a lot. I think NFL people will like him more and more over the course of the next 2 months. How high he's going to go, yet to be determined, but intangibly speaking, also pretty good. Now, in terms of that innate leadership that he brings to the table, he grew up in Orange County. So he played for, in Orange County school, SoCal kid, but underneath it all, is not a Matt Leinart or a Mark Sanchez. It's a gritty competitor who's a natural thrower of the football right there. Eye manipulation to hold a split safety, and then he's throwing it with great touch over the quarters defender. So McDonald seeing quarters coverage here, and they got a switch concept down here at the bottom of the screen. We've got our bunch twins, outside receivers releasing first inside. He ends up running the post, the wheel from the other guy, and McDonald diagnoses it and puts an excellent throw on his receiver. We see it right there. So we're going through this game, Cole McDonald against BYU. It was the bowl game from 19. Another case of eye manipulation, throwing this deep dig route here. So as we slow it down just a little bit, we got a 4 linebacker system here we see. As soon as he's catching the snap, eyes to the left to influence what looks to be either Sam or Will, I'm not sure, but He's staring him down right there, 1-2. Now the eyes come back to the middle, but you see how 3 widens a little bit with McDonald's eyes, opens the window to fit it in, and then we see 3 is right there, and the window that McDonald created is large due to that subtle nuance of eye manipulation. 3 with 2 hitches. Ball hangs on him a little bit there, so I mean his arm strength isn't elite, but he's got enough of it, and he throws a good deep ball. Mechanically speaking, can get a little bit long, but the release is still natural and quick. Right here, a cover 2 hole shot, post snap rolling to cover 2. It could be quarters right here, but that cornerback's squatting, looking at McDonald. Any seasoned quarterback coach or offensive coordinator is going to tell you it's cover 2, even though he's 8 yards off. That's exactly what it is. He's able to recognize it. Feet are ready to throw. Whole shot ball to 23 for 6, or for a big gain. We're going to switch ends of the field. In-depth look, Cole McDonald, quarterback, Hawaii. Takes it in. Well, he takes it down to the inch line, and then he'll sneak it in there. We're going to move forward just a little bit here with McDonald. Throwing a deep ball, a little bit off rather. But again, he puts it in a place where only his guy would have a chance to catch it. 48-yard throw by McDonald there. Quickness of his setup is paramount in terms of getting the ball to where it needs to go on time. It's always a huge thing with quarterbacks. You want their feet to be elitely smooth and crisp. That's exactly what McDonald is here, throwing the deep comeback against looks to be cover 4. And there it is. Quick play action, fake, subtle move in the pocket, off balance throw. His receiver was covered there. He's coming back, throwing a deep ball with trajectory to 9, and he's got it over the shoulder. Great touch on the ball now on this throw. He had to throw it with anticipation early, something that McDonald is comfortable doing. Here they come back and they play zone against Cole, and he gets stuck. So there we go. Again, arm angle gets a little bit funky there as he has to tuck it at the last second. Again, looks like BYU is employing zone coverage there, and they're fooling and irritating McDonald in this situation. So ball security might be something that he needs to clean up, translating to the next level. Now, he threw 14 interceptions in 2019. I think that number was less than 18, but that will be something to watch. Throwing the quick hitch to the left there. Comes back here, takes a sack on a 2nd and short. Well, it's not a sack, it's a quarterback draw for him. Here's another nice tight window throw between the hashes. And actually more eye manipulation here. Now he's trying to create that window to the boundary hash, and his eyes go hard to the left, again to influence the middle linebacker. And he's able to create that window through eye deception. It's a recurring theme with this kid. I mean, it really is. A little movement for him on the move, hitting the comeback on the move against the soft corner. Just overshoots his guy high there. Maybe a release point issue with that throw. Ends up being an interception, I believe. Play action. Shot play opportunity. Ends up checking it down. Smart play by McDonald in that situation. He's going to ride the tailback, and then he's going to pick up the first down on 3rd and 2. So a guy who's able to run, he doesn't look to run first. Okay, but he's able to run if he has to. There we go. Thrown with touch, single high safety, post snap, safety rotation. Again, he knows exactly where to throw the football. And again, it's on time. A quick three, balls out, throwing with anticipation to his slot seam. Great touch again. In stride. There's that post snap safety rotation again without hesitation to the seam. Going away from that safety rotation. Now we're into the third quarter of this Hawaii Bowl, his last game in 2019 before he declared as an early entry. Again, he's a redshirt junior coming out. So technically, he's just foregoing his 5th year, and his stock is probably about as high as it would have been had he even stayed. Now right there, forcing a ball over the middle as the linebackers drop. Nothing's there, tucking it and trying to get a few. He gets tripped up. 5 wide receiver set for the Warriors, something that they obviously did a lot, being a run and shoot team there. Just hangs it up a little bit to 85. There's a quick three, and he's throwing his whip route. And again, 3rd and 10, and they're going to end up being short, but I like the decisiveness, in terms of taking what's there. He's going to come back here a little off with that throw. So by no means is McDonald, a first-round guy, maybe even not a second or third-round guy, but I think he's going to gain momentum in terms of how NFL organizations view him as a developmental quarterback with the potential to become a starter at the National Football League level. Here we go, a great deep ball. And the one thing I want you to notice about this, not only does McDonald throw this thing 50 plus, probably about 51 yards down the field, the eye manipulation as soon as he catches the snap here. Okay? Eyes immediately go to the left. Then he's opening up his hips there to influence safety. And then he's coming back. And again, receiver at the top of the screen is running the fade. He's got 1 yard between the receiver and the sideline. So as a quarterback, you have to be perfect when the receiver is not giving you room. And that's exactly what McDonald did. He was absolutely perfect with his placement on that throw. Quick three, throwing the fade again, nothing's there. No harm, no foul. Trying to take another shot deep. A little bit off the mark. 5 wide receiver set yet again for the Warriors. He's taking his quick arrow route to the sideline. Just a quick screen. Now, like I said previously, mechanically, release can get a little bit long, but it is natural. Something he might try to clean up a little bit, but here we go. Trips to the field. Close twins to the boundaries, and that's the side he's going towards. Another rocket screen here. Now there's some throws here towards the end of this contest that are just really good. I mean, big time throws that we're going to end up seeing here. There he elects to tuck it and run it, not afraid of contact. A very competitive spirit playing the position. He's coming off number 1 and number 2, coming back to 3 on 3rd and short. I think there was a drop there on that check down, but there definitely was. So a big 4th and 3 play. Hawaii's down by 3, hitting his slant over the middle for a big gainer. Understanding where to go with the football, because McDonald's indicator is this defender right there, circling him. And that defender bites right there. He immediately knows to hit that slant behind him. That's exactly what he does. A 3-step drop and a hitch, throwing a ball up to give his receiver a chance, just out of bounds there. Here's a big 3rd and 15 play for McDonald. Takes a sack. It's a solid defensive play. Now Hawaii ends up getting the ball back here late, and McDonald takes another deep shot. Under 2 minutes to go here. Great throw, even though it was not complete. A really good throw in terms of throwing the deep ball there. Here's a play where the defense bails out, so McDonald is forced to run. All those linebackers are bailing at the snap. 2nd and long. He takes off and runs. This is a big-time cover 2 hole shot. Yet again, late in the game, big-time throw. Okay, so bottom of the screen receiver is running a fade. McDonald's looking down the pipe, stepping up, indecisive, and a very gunslinging mentality there to complete that pass. Big time throw behind the cornerback there. Squatting in the flat, McDonald's able to, stay late into that play and make the play. Here we go, coming back, skinny post, big time throw to win the football game. Okay, so right here we've got slot receiver down here at the bottom of the screen is going to hitch up at about 5 yards. Okay, outside receiver's running a skinny post against an outside leverage cornerback. So I'm sure that he's able to create the separation by winning the route and by running an excellent route. All McDonald has to do is look off the free safety hard. That's exactly what he does. Throwing with trust, timing, and anticipation. Quick feet, quick release. Great trajectory on that throw to make sure that he catches it before the safety can get to him, and that's what happens. So there's a lot of throws like this sprinkled throughout Cole McDonald's film in 2019 and in 2018. And this is a guy who plays with a lot of fire in his. He plays with a tremendous amount of flair and fire and competitiveness, and he's a quarterback prospect here who I would definitely keep an eye on as an underrated guy who's going to probably skyrocket in terms of his stock